Hi there, my name's Ellie, and this is my very first YouTube video. I've been taking a long time trying to figure out what it is that I want to say to people. What's the value that I have for anybody who clicks on this video? Mostly it's just to share the experience that I've had in dealing with a significant chronic illness that has affected my life since I was initially diagnosed. I have been a nurse since 1992, and I spent most of my career dealing with intensive care, emergency medicine, and I did some work as a helicopter nurse and air rescue, responding to scene calls at the initial accident, etc. I became a nurse originally because the passion that I had was for knowing what I needed to do to save somebody's life. That's what I wanted to do. And that's what I dedicated my career in learning how to do it properly so that you could ensure the best outcome for the patient that you're treating. I did it for a number of years, about 23 years, until I started to feel the effects of what it's like actually doing the physical lifting and moving of patients that you need to do in the emergency room, the ICU, med-surg floors, wherever it is you're working. You need to put out a lot of physical exertion to take care of patients. It's not just your mind, it's your body that's used all the time as well. COVID happened in 2020, and unfortunately by that time, my body had already started to suffer the consequences of doing this job that I love so much. So I left the hospital setting and went into home care and management. I was able to do that for another 10, 12 years until then I got another disease. The disease, unfortunately, affected my ability to walk. It caused me horrific pain and made it virtually impossible for me to commute to work and to continue to do the job that I actually loved a lot, which was then having staff that reported to me that I could use the experience that I had as a nurse and help them do their job. I wanted to ensure that whatever patient was being assessed was assessed appropriately and with the knowledge of what we could potentially do for them in the community, or whether or not those services were not something that we were able to give to people, and then therefore they needed to stay in the hospital for care. And then I got to the point where my body just kind of shut down. I was in pain all the time, and I required quite strong pain medication in order to just be able to get up and function, let alone go to work. I didn't have the energy anymore to do that. The pain was so severe that at the time I was thinking, this is not a life for me. How am I supposed to function and use the knowledge that I had in order to help somebody? And unfortunately, I came to the conclusion, with the help of my friends and family, that I could no longer do it. So for the last 5 years, I've been trying to figure out what could I do to help people. And then one day I thought, you know what, maybe I could share my experiences and what I've been doing to try and deal with the pain that I'm under, just in order to have a life. I couldn't work anymore, but I wanted to still be able to enjoy the life that I had. I have a wonderful husband, amazing friends, one that is my best friend of all time, who I consider to be my sister. We have a lot of similar things going on, unfortunately, in our health, but we're there to support each other, you know, to help when you feel, what else can I do? So for now, what I just want to say to you is sometimes the pain is going to be there no matter what. And if that is the case, then you need to decide. Maybe you can't drive, but people could come and pick you up and take you places. Because going out and doing things, whether you're in pain or not, when you're actually out there enjoying life, there are parts of your brain that you can utilize using different therapies to try and convince yourself that the pain that you're experiencing is not as bad as you think, and just go out, experience what you want to experience, and then once you're done, you can deal with the pain later. It is a tough thing to get used to. Clearly, I've been trying this for the last several years, and it still is causing me some tears just even talking about it. But I have a lot of information in my brain, a lot of knowledge that I would like to share with people. So if you are somebody who is experiencing chronic health issues and you feel like you're stuck at home and you don't know what to do to get to the next step, perhaps we could do it together. Perhaps as a group, the more people who we get on the channel, the more information that we can hear from other people as to what are they doing to deal with their pain. How are they getting enjoyment out of their day? And then what do they do once that joy is done and you're back home? How do you deal with the amount of pain that you're in? And that's what I want to talk about. I don't have a magic pill that will answer every question that people might have, but I do have knowledge. And I do want to gather people together who maybe they've experienced things that you're currently experiencing. And maybe they can help you with some information. So for right now, what I have, my diseases, I've had endometriosis since I was a teenager. The very first period that I experienced was horrific. Now, of course, during that time, I was told that, even by my mom, that when you start your period, you can expect to have a lot of cramps, and it would be very uncomfortable and painful and all that. But that's not true. That's not how every woman experiences periods. But if you have things like endometriosis or polycystic ovarian syndrome or any other type of reproductive issue, the pain that you can have when you have your periods can be severe and debilitating. And there are ways and different types of medications that your doctor can give you while you're young and you're still thinking about childbearing and starting a family to help preserve your fertility, so that as you age and you get to the point where you want to get married, you want to start looking at having a family, there are things that can help you with that. Or if you're postmenopausal and you're still having significant periods, but you're in your 50s or your 60s, and it should be easing off by then. What are you going to do to help yourself with that? there are different things and different treatments that gynecologists have that can help you ease those types of pains. And then also look at whether or not, as you age, if your periods are really heavy, whether or not you need a hysterectomy or not. But you need somebody who is knowledgeable in that type of care to be able to guide you through those decisions. So I had that, endometriosis. I've had asthma since I was also pretty young. And then as I got older, into my late 40s and just approaching 50, I had another quite significant exacerbation of endometriosis that required me to have a hysterectomy and to have my other ovary out because I'd had one removed already from a prior surgery. And the amount of time it took from that pain to start till the time I got the surgery resulted in some significant nerve damage in my legs. So then I was dealing with that. I was also trying to work, and then the pandemic hit, which then significantly altered how I felt. Then I got, in 2021, diagnosed with Hashimoto's thyroiditis, which is a thyroid condition and an autoimmune disease where you have antibodies that you manufacture and they attack your thyroid and destroy it. Your thyroid is needed for every type of thing that your body could possibly do. Every single cell has a thyroid receptor. So without a good functioning thyroid, you can have hundreds of symptoms. So then you need to get a doctor who knows how to deal with thyroid issues. And even that in itself can be a very difficult chore. So for now, what I want to just let everybody know is that you're not alone. There are thousands of people who are dealing with chronic pain, who have to go to work every day, who have to take care of kids or their parents or maybe a spouse who is ill. Whatever it is, even if you're single, it is a pain that will make you feel like you can't go out and enjoy life. So what we're going to do together is try and look at all of that. So the more people who are in the comments section, maybe you'll find somebody who has the same type of disease or illness that you do. And maybe they have ideas that can help you out. That's how I started to find the answers to my hypothyroidism. I have had it for 4 years, and I am just finally starting to feel a little bit better. I'm not cured, and unfortunately with the diseases that I have, I won't be cured. But what I'm looking for is to maximize the enjoyment of my life and enjoy what I have. So if that's something that sparks an interest in you, please feel free to leave a comment down below. And I'm free to answer as much as I can. But like I said, the more people who are in the comments, and then maybe we can, start little groups or whatever of what would you do if you had this disease, etc., and what's going to help you. So this is just the first video of mine, and I just wanted to get it going. I'm not editing anything. This is exactly how it's going to go up, because I want you to know that my goal here is to share knowledge that I have. So if you're interested and there's anything in here that you think would help you, please drop a comment down below and I will answer it as best as I can. Otherwise, have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.